The concept of flow comes from positive psychology. It's about 30 years old as a concept. And what Professor Seligman, Mihai Csíkszentmihályi, a couple of them who were the founding, kind of fathers of this concept, they look at the concept of flow in the context of skills and challenges that we're all faced with. And they studied top athletes, they studied top musicians, they studied business folks, and psychology, having spent too much time on the, or having lost a great opportunity to look at what successful minds are about. So if I can look at a successful musician, what is it that makes him or her successful? And like I said, an athlete or a business person. And then they started analyzing the mind of a successful person. So this is really the DNA of success, decoded pretty much. And they came down to just two parameters, which was the skill the person had and the challenges they were faced with. And they drew up a fairly simple matrix. And the proposition here is, when you have the right skill and you're faced with the right challenge, that's when you're in flow. It's that moment where you're in the zone and you're just in flow. And I can't think of a better term than flow for that. All of us have felt it at some points of time in our lives, when we're good at something and we're faced with a high challenge and we're just in that zone. I was just mentioning to a guest yesterday, those of you who are Star Wars fans and remember the first Star Wars, it was like 45 years ago, I guess, when Luke takes off all his equipment and he just goes with the flow. I don't know how many of you remember that, but it's one of the most sublime clips that, and I keep playing it back for some of our guys in the office, that you really don't need all the high-tech stuff around you. When you're in flow, you just go with the flow, the force is with you, and magic happens. That's the concept of flow.